Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut too, and hope you like this video and subscribe. Let's talk about Major League Baseball. As you know, a lot of players were put on waivers. A whole boatload of Angels. They met Carlos Carrasco, and when they picked them up, they kept them. Harrison Bader was also put on waivers. We'll get into him momentarily. I want to mention again about the Angels. 3 pitchers got picked up, and 2 players got picked up by the Reds. Right, I tell you, the Guardians went crazy. They picked up Giolito, Lopez, and who's the other guy they picked up? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That was a reliever, right? I don't remember now. There's so many, and but let's talk about Harrison Bader. This is prior to them getting picked up by the Reds, and obviously the Yankees were not too happy with him. And this is basically what Yankee fans are saying online about him and why he got waived. Harrison Bader may have chased his way out of New York, is the headline from PinstripeAlley.com. As the center fielder reaches career lows and gets placed on waivers, his future becomes uncertain. However, like I said, he was picked up by the Reds and played on Friday for Cincinnati. Harrison Bader has not been very good at the plate in 23. After an electric postseason run last year, his first chance at a full season in pinstripes has not gone as planned. In fact, the 29-year-old has followed it with his worst offensive season in the big leagues, particularly in the second half, and has been placed on waivers as a partial result. His plate discipline hit a wall in 23, and while the elite defense is still the main attraction, his offensive struggles may point to an unfortunate truth. While making his future with the Yankees and in general all the more uncertain, he got picked up by the Reds. And the Reds are trying to win the division and trying to get the postseason a year before they thought they were going to get there. And they're a very young team. They need many good veterans. He's a good veteran, Harrison Bader. He'll play well in the big games. He may not play well overall, but in big games he'll do well. We saw that last year. After being sent to the Bronx in exchange for Jordan Montgomery's services at last year's deadline, Bader worked his way off the IL from plantar fasciitis and struggled in 14 regular season games, but blew the roof off during the postseason. Across 9 games, he homered 5 times en route to a 1262 OPS on the game's biggest stages. This was undoubtedly promising for someone who had already experienced at least some success with the bat in the show. He does also have some real raw power, even if he can't access it quite often enough to be a serious threat. But inevitably, as someone with just 2 100 above average off-season seasons, this is OPS plus, expectation was set fairly high in 23. According to this article, if my tone has not been clear, Bader has not met them. His 75 WRC plus this year is his worst ever, and it's not exactly a secret what's mostly behind it. The righty is currently posting a 4.2% walk rate, the lowest of his career, and less than half of what it's been at his best. Unsurprisingly, it came with a career-worst 36.4% chase rate entering play on Tuesday, and bad enough to put him in the bottom 11% of batters. Obviously, the diminishing ability in regard to plate discipline is not a good thing, you think? On top of the plain issue of not walking very often as a partial result, Bader is also making some of his worst contact as a major leaguer, fueling a diminished BAP of 269. When you're swinging in more pitches out of the zone, there's a reason to believe you're going to make contact with those pitches more often. And those are much more difficult pitches to do damage with. Weak contact becomes more frequent. Now, as we continue, please subscribe to this channel. Now his peripherals have never really been good. And his 23 exit velocity and hard hit rates are even lower than they had been at times, as he is also struggling below 375. But with the exact possible causes aside, Bader's 75 WRC plus simply won't do the trick. As unfortunate as it may be, this sort of performance may be closer to the truth than some of the bright spots we have seen. At the present moment, he owns a career 94 WRC plus, and only once has he posted back-to-back seasons with a number over 100. He also has only played 100 games in 3 of his Major League Baseball seasons, including 2 different significant IL stints this season. With all of this considered, as he enters free agency this offseason, Bader's future, particularly after being placed on waivers, feels quite uncertain. But again, the Reds picked him up, so they don't have to pay him much contract. It should not be forgotten in this discussion that Bader is still the elite defender he has always been in center field, and that is his primary attribute. This helps raise his floor as a player and mostly ensures that he'll never be a total liability. But with an increasingly concerning offensive season in progress, keeping him around does not feel as exciting as it might have last year. Bader has already seen a drop-off in playing time of late amidst his struggles, and things aren't trending up. The outfield has homered once since the beginning of June. The talent is visible, though, and a team taking a low-risk flyer on him for the final stretch of the season would not be surprising in the least. A turnaround final month of the season would be helpful in Bader's free agency pursuits with the Yankees or otherwise, but now he has said that he would like to come back to the Yankees. But where he is or how he'll do is no longer a sure bet. With shaky at best track record at the plate and his career worst 23 thus far, despite his electrifying play at times, the Yankees will have to look elsewhere if solid offensive production at the position is a priority. And as a team that has run out of middle-of-the-pack lineup at best in 23, offensive thump should be a priority for 24. This isn't to say Bader's not a worthwhile player at such a vital defensive position, but any real offensive contribution increasingly feels like it would be an impertinent bonus. A couple of things. The Yankees should not think about re-signing him, in my opinion. They should look to sign Cody Bellinger. The Yankees are bereft. They have no left-handed power in their lineup. None. And as you know, the Yankees aren't good unless they have a big left-handed slugger in their lineup. I don't know why they're not looking into that. I saw him the last 3 days. This is Corey Seager, the shortstop of the Rangers. I saw him play against the Mets. That guy is great. That was the perfect fit for the Yankees 2 years ago when he became a free agent from the Dodgers. That was a guy the Yankees should have signed and put him at shortstop, and that would have been the end of it. But they didn't do that. But Cody Bellinger is the next guy they should try to go after. That should be the centerpiece of their offseason. I haven't heard much of that. I've heard rumors that people want the Yankees to do that, but I have not heard anything that the Yankees want to talk to them. Now here's a little update, like I said earlier. That's from AP News. Claimed by Cincinnati Reds, New York native Harrison Bader hopes for future return to the Yankees. Well, if they sign Bellinger, he's not coming back. Claimed off waivers by the Reds, Bader thought about one-day return to the New York Yankees. Quote, "I never thought I'd ever play in the big leagues, let alone the Yankees uniform." The native New Yorker said Thursday, "I have no idea what's to come for the future. I certainly hope it's a Yankees uniform again, if that's an option." Outfielder Hunter Renfroe also was claimed by the Reds off waivers from the Los Angeles Angels in an effort by the team to boost his playoff push. Both are eligible, and Renfroe will hit a lot of home runs there. He'll have a big finish, Renfroe. I can guarantee that. But that guy bounces around. Why does he bounce around all the time? Somebody explain that one to me. Guy doesn't stay more than one place every year. Bader was acquired by the Yankees from St. Louis on August 2nd last year for left-hander Jordan Montgomery and hit 5 homers in 9 postseason games for the Yankees. Quote, "We don't care. It doesn't matter. All we know is that Bader is now with the Reds. He does want to come back to the Yankees, like I said." This is from Aaron Boone. I wonder if he's going to be back next year. Quote, "He did some special things, especially during the postseason as a kid who grew up here." Yankees manager Aaron Boone said of Bader, quote, "You never close the book on someone like that." Well, I think they're going to close the book on him, and they should. They could do a little bit better than that guy at center field. Cody Bellinger could be a guy that they should think about signing. That's my opinion. You can tell me what your opinion is in the comments section. But let me know what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut 2. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.